This is Oni Art, and I want to share something with you today that came in the mail yesterday, and which is something that has me like super excited. I can't even talk straight right now because it's finally here. It's something that I've been wanting for like years now, and I can't believe I have it in my hands. And that something is Sideshow Collectibles Court of the Dead, The Chronicles of the Underworld. Now, for those of you who don't know what Sideshow Collectibles is, first I want to ask if you've been living under a rock or something. I know that's a stupid thing to say, but seriously, Sideshow Collectibles are the best statue makers in my opinion in all of the land. They make some really awesome quality collectible stuff, and from that range from everything like movies, games, even comic books. I've seen one of their Captain Marvel statues, and that's just freaking amazing. And that's just one. You should really check out their statues, especially of this series. As for the Code of the Dead, this is an original concept. No, not a concept. This is an original property of Sideshow Collectibles that they have put out. And like I said before, I've been wanting this book for years now. It has me like super excited that it's finally here. And I have to say, once I had it in my hand, I am like, without even opening it, I was just wow. Now I would like to mention that I had my reservations that maybe the book might not be as good in quality as I imagine, but I'm so glad that I got proven wrong, because this is one of the best art books that I have ever gotten. I have a bunch of those, including some of Blizzard's, mainly Diablo and the Art of Blizzard, and this is easily on par, if not better, with their quality. In fact, I might actually say that in some aspects this book is better than all of the others. First, I would really like to apologize if there's background noise in this video, and obviously this isn't a high quality video because I'm recording it on an iPhone 4S, a really old one. So with that said, let's just get into the book and see what we have here. Now, as I have mentioned before, Code of the Dead is an original property of the Sideshow Collectibles company, and the book covers the entire lore of their own version of Underworld and the war between heaven and hell and all that stuff. There are a lot of characters, and the most awesome thing is that they actually make really high quality statues of the characters in the book. Okay, enough with all the talk. Let's just get into the book, and first and foremost, let's remove this little book sleeve, whatever they call them. I've always liked these, but never knew what the actual purpose of this is, apart from just looking cool. The Diablo books, mainly the Book of Cain and the Book of Tyrael, had these small book sleeves. They're pretty cool for what they are. Okay, the first time you actually look at the book screams quality. The cover is a really hard and good material. I'm hoping that it has good durability. The whole of the design, or actually most of it, is actually embossed, and you can actually feel the texture. On the back, you have Rise, Conquer, and Rule. The same thing, the same textures, embossed quality, small details, like if you can hear that. On the spine, you have an actual spine. If I think that's a spine, you can see a skull up there, and there's a spine. That's a cool addition. Now, for those of you who are aware of the Code of the Dead and the Sideshow Collectible statues, you might actually know that the whole of this picture is actually telling not a story, but is actually a hint of what's inside the book and about the whole underworld of Sideshow Collectibles. Now you see, there are three factions in the underworld of Sideshow Collectibles, that being flesh, bone, and spirit, and they've taken that lore and implemented it really good into this cover. For those of you who know and those of you who don't know, this back these things in the back, these bodies, they're supposed to represent flesh. You see them? Then these protrusions behind the skull, they're not part of the skull, they're behind them. These are supposed to be bone. There's some really cool writing on there. And lastly, these circling things are obviously, if you can't tell that by their faces and their whole ghastly appearance, they actually represent the spirit faction. And then lastly, but certainly not least, is the skull, and this represents the big bad himself. No, not the big bad, the main guy himself, Death. Now Death is a major character in the lore of Court of the Dead, and more on, you can check that out yourself. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Okay, with all that said, let's just look inside what's inside the book. Okay, we first open it like this. I don't know if you know how to open a book, especially since, you know, iPads, whatever. Now the first thing you have to see, this really intricate design on these two. That's the back of the cover. I don't know what this page is called, but I'm gonna call it the first page. Oh, it's raining outside, if you hear that. And if you look closely, there are actually this isn't just a pattern design. There are actually characters in this. If you can see where my fingers are, you see that? Beautiful. Anyway, we turn that, and we have the first page, the title page, Court of the Dead, the Chronicles of the Underworld, and the guys who made it. There's a small cosmos thingy going on back there. If my camera can focus, please. Why you do that, man? Okay. I want to mention that this book is more of an encyclopedia about the underworld than a full-on lore book. Obviously, there is lore involved about the areas, the places, the characters, but it's more of an... You can use it more of as an encyclopedia to find out what the whole property is about. And that's amazing to me. On this page, we have our first look at the artwork in this book, and this is Death himself. I know because he's wearing the mask. And then we have this quote, not court, quote from Death. The light will forcefully define you, while in the darkness anything is possible. Okay. Then we turn the page. A second artwork, that's Death's scythe and a sword. And then we have the table of contents with the same cosmos thingy going in the background. And that's it. You turn the page around and the book starts. Okay, first and foremost, let me just say that I am not going to dwell on any pages. I'm not going to flip through the whole book. I'm just going to wander and show you a pic or two just to give you the idea what the book is all about. Because I want you all to experience this book yourselves. This is worth every penny. Trust me. Okay. So, let's just take a gander in. Now, while the lore is actually what really interests me, I have to say I got this book for the artwork alone. The artwork in this book is amazing. Check this out. I think this is a whole pencil drawing, and amazing. Like, there are little people, and these are like gates on the underworld, something. This is also a pencil drawing. Animalia, climates. That's basically animals, flora, climates, astronomy. Like I said, this book covers the whole culture of the underworld. Sorry about that. Here you have the main man himself, Death. Okay, that's enough. Let's just find a good... this is something that I want to show you. You see this bone? This is one of those factions that I was mentioning earlier, and down the line there might be actually more, like, oh, here we are. the flesh. That's the queen, I think. Amazing, truly amazing. Like check out this character design. There's a natural elegance to these characters simultaneously with their grotesqueness, if that's a word. Oh shit, I haven't seen this before. Wow. Simply wow. Like, this is a pencil work. You can like check out all the minor details, like in Death's armor. You can be sure of, like, you know what the artists for this company are doing. Blood, spirit born. Okay, this is, I just want to like go quickly over this. Like I mentioned before, this is sort of like a encyclopedia about the underworld, so it covers like everything, like from families, relationships, pets in the underworld. How cool is that? Travel. I don't know what this word is. I'm gonna find out. And it even has a topic on fashion. That's how you know this is a cool book. Anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna like flip through the whole book, even though I flipped through a lot of this book. And that's that. I would like to mention one last thing. The pages of these book are like, on the edges they are colored in this bluish tint, and they look really amazing. The book really stands out. Okay, that's it. This was my like first look / review kind of video. I'm sorry for its awkward quality. This is the first time I'm actually doing something like this, but I really wanted to just have a like genuine experience with you guys and like actually convey my excitement for this book. I would highly recommend that you all get this book. It's top of the quality, extremely good. The artwork is amazing, like you just saw. And the lore, from what I've read so far, it's really interesting. Good job on that. And you can get background information on all those characters that Sideshow Collectibles has. And obviously, go and check out their website and see the statues that they make. These are guys, Sideshow Collectibles, they're one of the, like, probably the #1 people when it comes to making collectible statues and stuff like that. Obviously, this review wasn't as detailed and technical that you might expect, but I guess this was like a better way to do it. So, you know, just like give you the real feels about the product instead of going into like technicalities that just bore people out. Anyway, I have been Oniart. If you enjoyed this videos, please give a subscribe, like, comment, and definitely go check this book out and the whole lore surrounding the Code of the Dead. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.